I think that what you need to do whenever you're trying to design a new class is you need to, especially for D&D, you want to always be considering first and foremost action economy. You know that in the game, you have an action, a bonus action, a reaction, and your movement, right? So ideally, you want to give that player something interesting to be doing with their action, whatever, within that action economy, right? So what is it that makes all the different classes interesting and unique and fun to play, right? So if I look at Barbarian, part of the real fun thing with Barbarian, right, is you know that attack is going to be their main thing they're going to do with their action. And 9 out of 10 turns in D&D, the Barbarian is going to be, I run at the thing, I hit the thing. Cool. Okay. So that is my established action and movement. Like I know what I want to do in my turn. I want to hit the thing. Now, what isn't covered by the Barbarian so far is what are they going to do with their bonus action? What are they going to do with their reaction, right? So, Barbarian, what is every Barbarian going to do with their first bonus action in most combat scenarios? They are going to fucking rage. That is like, but that feels good. There's a reason why every time in Critical Role someone enters a rage, everyone's like, yeah!
So I would like to rage.
Because it's cool. It's so great. It means that the Barbarian is now in an aggro state. And just whatever that switch that flips in our monkey brains, that is like, yeah, rage, we want that, yeah. Like, why is that so cool, right? Well, for the Barbarian, you're going to hit harder. You are going to control harder. You are going to succeed at just exerting physical dominance harder. Let's talk about why this is cool. Why does this invoke fun? Because that's our goal as designers, is we want to make something fun, right? So if we're trying to design for fun, and we look at rage, and rage is so good at getting that, like, yes, primal, yes. Why? On your turn, you can enter a rage as a bonus action. Cool. I can still attack after I use this. Awesome. While raging, you gain the following benefits if you aren't wearing heavy armor. Okay. Because, yeah, I can't run around real well in heavy armor. And that's, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Cool. I'm more angry. I can grapple things better, and I can get out of things better. I can break out of grapples easier. Whenever you make a melee weapon attack using strength, so let's pause there. A melee weapon attack. Yes, I have to hit the thing in a way in which it's not relying on my dexterity, whatever. It is my muscles that are doing this. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as you gain levels as a barbarian. Not to accuracy, to damage. Yes, because there's so much narrative, so many narrative beats that are getting hit with this, right? This is the wrong soundtrack for this. Actually, wait. Someone was saying the Doom soundtrack earlier. I agree. Yes. Okay. So, let's talk about this. The damage roll increases. Now, they intentionally did not do the attack roll, because it is supposed to be that you are angry and you are hitting this thing hard, right? So it is the damage roll. You also have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. That is sick. You are meant to get in there. And that is the tool right there. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. You are supposed to get in there and not be terrified to get hit. This is giving you tools to hit harder and to take hits as well. This is a huge power spike for Barbarian, but it's a rage state, right? So if you're able to cast spells, you can't cast them or concentrate on them while raging. Okay, good restriction right there. Probably needed that, because a lot of the concentration spells are going to be things that do like elemental weapon or whatever. They're going to enhance my attacks. This needs to be the thing that enhances my attack. Fuck magic. I want muscle. That's supposed to be Barbarian shtick. You know, I'm not going to cast spells. No, I cast Battle Axe, right? So your rage lasts for 1 minute. It ends early if you're knocked unconscious. or if your turn ends and you have an attack, this is, in my opinion, one of my favorite lines of mechanical text that is actually flavor text, and it's so sick. This rage lasts for 1 minute. It ends early if you're knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn. Well, or taken damage since then. That's nice, but like that, if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since then, this is the game telling you, here's your battle axe, go fuck shit up. This is so good. This is so awesome. I love the narrative behind that mechanic right there. I think rage is a glorious, glorious core feature right here. And people are immediately excited and they know exactly what to do with the character because of this. Yeah, the stipulation that it has to be a hostile creature, right? You have to be going in there to fight an enemy. It has to be something that you should be mad at. Not a chicken, like not a, you know, whatever. You need to go in there and be hitting the thing that hates you. Oh, that is, there is so much about that. That is like drop D metal. Yes. Now, another feature that is so well designed, and I just talked about here, sneak attack. This is so elegant at trying to evoke what it was supposed to be, so much so that I could not tell you what any rogue was doing before 5th edition. Because to me, a rogue could not exist without advantage disadvantage mechanics because of this feature right here. Sneak attack is, I mean, I love rage. Rage is amazing. It's so good. But sneak attack is really great at telling you why you as a rogue are not going to be making a bunch of different attacks. You need to make one attack on your turn, and you need to make that attack very efficiently and very accurately. So that's why this is tied to advantage, right? 4E had combat advantage? Oh, well, I don't know it that well. Anyways, if you have advantage on the attack roll, okay? So, oh, okay. So then, yeah, then okay. So what I should say rather is that I can't imagine a rogue that would have existed before an advantage system. Yeah, concealment and or flanking, the things that give you advantage in this system, right? But like now that there's advantage, there's so many ways in which this opened up rogue, right? Yeah, sure, the flanking and everything. Flanking is a real easy way to get that advantage, whatever. But there's so many other means of generating advantage now that 100% makes sense for why sneak attack would pop off, right? Like, this means you don't need to go in there and make a bunch of different attacks. You don't need to go in there and stabby, stab, stab, stab. You need to go in there and stab. Like, you need to go in there and make sure that the one stab is deadly, right? That is so cool at evoking what Rogue is meant to do. So good at it. And say what you want about martial power versus spell power and everything. I'm sorry, but like, it's very rare that there's a spellcaster that comes out that makes me look at a feature and think, oh, yeah, that is what I want out of playing that character. Barbarian, everything sounds drop D metal. Like, yes, you know. If I look at Monk, let's not look at Monk. Let's look at, you know, with Fighter, hey, second wind, I get it. I get what that wants to do. Rogue, sneak attack, yes, tell me everything about that, right? But then I look at Wizard. Well, I get my spells and I get a spell book. Yay! Like, it's strong, but I don't get the primal feeling of like, well, and I guess it's not what it's supposed to invoke, right? But like, I don't get the cool like, yeah, I'm gonna run in there with my spell book. I'm gonna throw fire at you. I don't know. It just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't feel quite as cool. Now there is a caster that does this very well. Boom. oh man, is meta magic not the coolest caster feature that we have? Not only do you get your spells, right? Spells, cool. My magic, yay. The thing that makes spellcasters feel really cool is that you get to alter that magic, right? That magic is a thing that you have this kind of control over. That it feels like as a sorcerer, you have a unique facility with it that wizard can't quite grasp, right? That's what makes them feel really unique. Is like, you mean I can tweak these spells and cause things like I can cast 2 at the same time? I can cast it silently? What? Wait, you mean I can cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action as a bonus action? What? I can make it last an entire day? What? That is what sorcerer is all about, right? Like, I want to, the meta magic, number 1, what a cool name. What a name, meta magic. That is slick. Number 2, this says everything about what you want to be as a spellcaster. The sorcerer is so good with spells, they can twist them. They can alter them in a fundamental way. They have more control over a spell than a wizard does. That is so cool. A wizard might be able to cast more spells because I got it in my book for whatever reason, but like, okay, I hate that meta magic feat because of how bad it tore apart what sorcerer is to me. I despise Tasha's for adding in that meta magic feat. It took so much of the cool identity of sorcerer and was just like, oh, here you go, wizards, just do it with all your spells. Like, oh, come on.